So this has been going on in my head for a while. Sorry, I got a drink with me. Good little, not a Red Stag whiskey here. And it's kind of coaxed my brain into going somewhere. Yeah, alcohol and brain coaxing. It doesn't really mix, but meh. Anyway, the video in question is just something that I've kind of heard a lot of talks about, and something I just kind of want. And this is something I kind of touched on when I was doing my my shippings and stuff like that, my ship vid. And I kind of wanted to delve a little further into it with this vid in question. And this is something that I think it's a possibility. It's a growing possibility that we may see this. That in question is the relationship between Marceline and Bubblegum. Okay, first off, I really dig Marceline and Bubblegum as a couple. I think it's like I said, it's the flagship for me. It is the SS Sugarless Gum or Bubbleine. Yeah, the SS Bubbleine. There you go. Anyway, this is a pairing that I absolutely love, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it'll never really happen on screen because Cartoon Network hates gays and all that, and we'll never see an actual gay animated couple." And there is a point where I think that I'm willing to bet that Pendleton Ward or whoever first alluded to this pairing, because here's the thing, like they clearly, like whenever you see them in interviews and someone brings that up, they clearly are like, should we or should we not? You can clearly see on their faces they're like, should we not do this pairing? Can we do this? And I'm kind of wondering, yeah, maybe they are thinking about it. Maybe they would like to break ground. And now that you think about it, now that you see it more often, you see a lot of characters in like comics and TV shows. Hell, a few months ago, the show, I don't watch this show, but I heard about it. I heard about this. On the show Good Luck Charlie on Disney, they had Disney's first gay couple on there. And I mean, apparently it was a short scene. It was just a short scene of these two women who turn out to be this one girl's mothers, excuse me. And it was like Disney's first openly same-sex couple. And it wasn't treated with any tongue-in-cheek jokes. It wasn't treated like, oh, this is bad or anything. It's just treated normally, like how all relationships should. And I feel like, here's the thing. Marceline and Bubblegum, like, again, they've alluded to it a lot. Remember the episode The Sky Witch? Remember how much, like, you could clearly tell, like, you can just see on some of their, like, Bubblegum's facial expressions when she's around Marceline, she clearly wants to sit on Marcy's face. I'm just saying. Ooh, I think that's the alcohol talking. I'm sorry. Ooh. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, I think that this would be a good opener because I think Marceline and Bubblegum, if they treat it well, if they treat it like an actual relationship, not like weird lesbians. As long as they don't treat it like a gimmick and treat it like an actual relationship, I think this could be a real door opener to seeing a lot of, because I think the same-sex community is getting a lot of, since, same-sex marriages and relationships are kind of a big forefront in the community these days, like in our media and community, and one of our nation's big talks these days. So I think it would be interesting to have some positive exposure, and not to say all same-sex coupling has gotten negative exposure. There's been positive exposure. There's been some negative exposure as well. But I think that you show it in a positive light and be the first animated series to have an openly gay cartoon characters. I think this can kind of show kids, because remember, some of Adventure Time's fan base are young children. Young children do watch Adventure Time. It's not just all people my age and people who older teens or people even Manos's age. No offense, Manos, because I'm probably sure I know you're watching. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I think it can show that the younger audience that, hey, there's these people, homosexuality isn't evil, it's not wrong, it's just normal. It's kind of normal in their world, and it kind of I think it would be nice to show that just because you're gay, or someone has feelings for someone who's of the same sex. I think it could be a good eye opener to a younger audience, to being that these just because you love someone who is the same gender as you, it's not wrong. It's not evil. These people, they're not freaks. They're not trying to get attention. It's just a normal thing. It's just teaching younger audience that they're loving. Everyone has a right to love someone, whether they be the same gender or not. And I'm not saying, oh, this is going to indoctrinate people to be gay. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that this is going to be indoctrination to gay, and some people have made that argument a few times. But here's the thing. I'm not going to discuss, politics on my channel. I never discuss politics on my channel. But I don't think, that's what I'm trying to say here, is that I'm not trying to say this is just showing, a gay couple as a normal relationship, and showing that it's normal. Showing that a same-sex couple can be normal. They're just they're normal people like you and me. Granted, the said normal people I'm saying that should be an openly gay couple is a 1,000-year-old vampire queen and another chick who's made of gum. Totally different, But still, what I'm trying to say is that it can just be considered normal. It's all right to love someone regardless of gender or skin color or whatever. That's what I'm trying to say with making Marceline and Bubblegum a official canon pairing. Now, will this ever happen? I personally hope so, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people hope so. A lot of people have been whispering around in Season 6 we might see something more to it. We might see a little more. Again, those are just rumors. Me personally, I would like to see them be a couple. I don't know if it'll ever happen in the history. Maybe it'll just be in our own fan fiction. I would personally be very proud if we saw Marceline and Bubblegum just be like, and it doesn't have to be anything big like, oh, they're in bed fucking. I'm not saying that at all. It could be something small like Marceline giving a quick kiss to Bubblegum, or Bubblegum kissing Marceline on the cheek or something, or give her a quick kiss, or holding her. No, I'm not saying we'll find out if they're gay if they're in bed together. No, I'm not saying that at all. It could just be something little. You could just acknowledge that they are in a relationship. You don't have to you don't even have to constantly tell us, yes, they're a couple. You can just have a tiny scene and be like, oh, they are in love with one another. They are a same-sex couple. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, is just have I would be even okay with just a tiny thing like that, with just like a tiny kiss or hug, or, Marceline saying, I love you, or something like that. It just, something tiny like that, you know what I mean? But, anyway, that's pretty much all my thoughts on it. I know this will never be seen by by the creators of Adventure Time or the Adventure Time staff. All I'm saying is, I personally would love to see this canon, or even a showing that they are in a relationship, just something tiny. Well, and hell, I'd be happy if we see episodes with them on dates or stuff like that. And it's not just me. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people, because I did find on YouTube all the recordings of all these people who flocked in all these messages to Adventure Time, to the Adventure Time crew, saying that they would love to see Marceline and Bubblegum together. And that's constantly asked at the cons and all the time. And the other thing is that with Marceline and Bubblegum is that it's not it's the flagship of not just my ships. It's the flagship of every Adventure Time shipper. 95% of shippers you go up to who watch Adventure Time and be like, so what's your favorite pairing on Adventure Time? 9 out of 10 times, or 8 out of 10, 9 out of 5 times, tongue-tied, 4 out of 5 times you're going to hear Marceline and Bubblegum as their favorite pairing. So yeah, that's pretty much my thought on the subject. I'm not trying now. Let me establish once again. I'm not trying to make a big thing about. I'm not trying to make this like a big political statement or whatever. I'm just personally saying, as a crazy shipper that I am, and someone who doesn't mind seeing this couple come to fruition. I'm just lifting off the reasons why I would like to see it. That's just it. I'm not saying, all these big political things about da 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 da. I'm not goddamn Wolf Blitzer or whatever. I'm not, one of those people you see on CNN or whatever the fuck it is. I don't get into politics. You can clearly tell that politics is not my fucking thing, people. You can clearly see that. I'm just a guy talking stuff. That's about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, let's talk about something else. One thing that I want to find interesting, because here's the thing. I want to know what the voice actresses, Hayden Walsh and Olivia Olson, the voice actresses for Marceline and Bubblegum, think about the relationship, because I don't think anyone's asked them directly. I mean, actually, no. I remember one time at a convention, I was watching one of the Comic-Con footages, that's a word. Some of the footage from Comic-Con, I think 2013, and someone brought up when they were going to do season 5. They talked about, will we see Marceline and Bubblegum be a couple, or will we see more of that? And Olivia Olson, Marceline's voice actress, said, I don't think that, in her Marceline voice, I don't think that's any of your business, in a very smooth, sensual tone. And everyone just kind of broke out laughing and cheering and stuff like that. And the closest thing we got was Skywitch, and you can clearly tell, in Skywitch that, yeah, that's not just being friendly there, people, because the shirt Bubblegum gave Maja, the Skywitch, what she gave to her was a shirt that was filled with, apparently, a lot of love in it. I don't know if that's just love for a friend, but apparently has more love and sentimental value. Her Bubblegum shirt that she got from Marceline has more sentimental value than Marceline's old toy Hambo. Makes the mind think, doesn't it? But yeah, I really want to know, especially from the voice actress's perspective. I mean, yeah, they just do they're just paid to do the voices, and they do love being the characters. What I want to know, would they be okay with being, if they decided, Pendleton Ward or one of the writers or creators for Adventure Time said, yeah, the network said we can make Marceline and Bubblegum an actual gay couple. I want to know if Olivia Olson and Hayden Walsh would be okay with voicing characters that are, would they be okay with it? I'm not saying, again, I don't know these people, so I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know these people in general, so I don't know what their standpoints on what their views are on stuff like this. Would they be okay with it? Would they not be? That's what I'm wondering, because again, I don't know these voice actresses in person, or I don't know their personal lives. So I don't know their personal views on, that kind of subject. So that would be kind of interesting. Would they be okay with that? I hope they would be okay with, because again, it's just a voice acting. You're just doing the voice for the character. I mean, yeah, you can have a lot of love for said character. They clearly love being part of the show. What I'm trying to say, maybe they would be okay with it. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't be okay with it. Maybe they would be okay with it. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty much exhausting myself. I'm pretty much burning out my brain here because I don't want this to be like a big statement video. I'm just saying, in short, just make it canon. Just make us all happy and make it canon. Please? Anyway, I'm gonna leave this off with you guys. Do you guys think Marceline and Bubblegum should be officially canon in Adventure Time? And why do you think that? And do you think it would be acceptable and all that jazz? Anyway, once again, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.